last time I was recording on my computer crashed and like it was bad.
Oh, that sounds tragic.
Yeah. Tragic, kind of like the plot of Les Miserables. Oh, we're getting straight into it. Right?
Okay.
Is Les Miserables the only musical you know?
No,
Vic hasn't watched it.
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched Les Mis.
Wait, you look like a ghost.
I really don't plan on watching Les Mis. Okay, I'm gonna on my light. Okay.
Thank you. Now you look like an interrogation subject.
Les Mis is dope. No.
Les Mis is like low-key
Vic watches
boring.
like content music.
What?
Yeah, I watch content.
Ooh,
Boring.
drama. Let's
Why
go.
do you say it's boring. The characters.
Okay.
Fight,
Like,
fight,
I
fight,
appreciate
fight,
the characters. The plot is kind of you know?
It's so tragic. It's the French Revolution. Like how
That's the point.
And it's the May.
Just Vic casually
and like
calling the
people
the
die.
pain and struggle of so many people as boring. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like
Not just another day on the Terrible Ideas
Yeah.
podcast.
they're all
Yeah,
slaves
it's
and
a terrible idea.
What?
That's
Oh,
my thing.
oh,
No,
What
sorry.
do you mean?
That's my thing. No.
He always.
Too bad Vic's taken it from you.
Oh,
My only identity for this 2 months.
yeah, man.
Me after A levels.
And like the main character, he like struggles with his identity and everything, right? My name is James. Hello. You can say hi,
Hello.
James.
We all say that together. Hi, James.
Yeah.
Hi, James.
All right. And
This
then
is orientation. Jeez.
Yep. This guy's name down here, he's Ivano. So say hi,
I'm
Ivano.
Sure.
Hi,
Hi,
Ivan.
Ivano.
This is my nightmare.
All right, who's next?
Who is next?
Who's
We're
next?
following your screen.
Oh, okay. Well, then, her name? Where?
Wait, we don't know what you're pointing at.
Vic Wu, less than 3.
Ooh, yes.
That's it. That's her full name.
Should we just address you as Viku every single time you have to ask?
Vic Wu.
Viku.
Viku?
Viku less than 3.
Oh no.
Can we address her just as less than 3?
Yeah, man, less than 3.
Ooh.
Okay, so next,
No, seriously, what's your name?
We have a new host.
how shall we
Vic,
address?
It's Vic.
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 Alright. We'll address
Yeah.
you as Vic. And then
Less than
Jamie.
three.
Hi, Vic.
Oh, hi, Vic.
Hello, Vic.
Oh, this broke down
This
so.
is just orientation, but like online.
And then we got Jamie.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
Hi,
Jamie.
hi, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie. And then
Then
final one.
Me? I'm Chen Si, but I think y'all can call me Chon.
Chon.
hi,
or
Chan.
Chon
Chon
is like
Chon baguette.
evolution from Chon. Chon.
You wanna write it down?
I'm very bad with names.
You can write it down. It's fine. Just
It's
put it
alright,
in.
you can
We won't,
just
we won't be
ask
able to
him,
see it.
Yeah. You can just ask him in the middle of it.
You can just say, "Yo, Gucci boy." You know, I don't care.
Can I call you just Gucci boy?
Gucci boy.
Boy of the
Just
Gucci
a
sweater.
sweater, just Gucci sweater. Oh my god.
Sure.
Alright, now that we have become very awkwardly accustomed to each other.
You have to be kicked out of recording an episode.
Oof.
Yeah, that's right. Get out. Only cool kids.
Is that Joe? Hi, Joe.
Vic says hi.
Don't hide us.
Alright, Ivano, what do you know about theatre?
Hi. I am a very.
Hi.
I am a. Stop.
I did it twice.
Yes.
I did it twice.
Oh,
Okay, I
that
could
is
have done
once
it
too
more
many.
times.
Okay, so
Hi. That was twice
stop.
too many.
You are too many. Okay.
Beautiful.
I'm glad.
I'm-
I think this call's been going on for 10 minutes and I've already exasperated someone.
Anyway, so I'm a
Mhm.
beginner in theater. I haven't really dabbled in much. I gotten into it only because of Hamilton. Because I was able to watch
Oh,
it.
you're one of those.
Thank you. Was
Wait,
that
where
supposed
do you
to
watch
be
it?
something?
You're one of those.
The
I'm
normie.
gonna get
I
jumped.
mean, no
What?
offense.
How?
Just one of those.
Oh yeah, I mean, since it's the most like, I would say, very
Iconic.
more popular. You could say iconic for like the recent times, and that's kind of got me in. I guess it also stemmed from my personal interest in rap. So because I wasn't too much into musicals at the time, but then that inclusion of rap and its elements into the musical kind of interested me, and I realized that it wasn't too much of a bad like medium for storytelling, for entertainment, and so I want to kind of get into it, planning on starting more of the like more popular titles like
Wait, where do you watch it?
Instead.
Do you watch it like online or something?
I feel like I'm legally not allowed to say.
Okay, for legal reasons, you watched it legally on Disney Plus, okay?
Yes. Look at my Gucci sweater.
Yes.
I can afford it, I think.
In Singapore.
Yes, of course.
Wait, Ivano, is it those those
Of course.
slime tutorials? I'm excited.
So moving on.
So Elmer's glue?
Wait, Ivano, like, okay, so you said like you watch Hamilton, right? Do you like
Basically watch one musical, yes.
Oh, you only
I
watched
want
one?
to get into it.
You only watch
That's
one?
you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I still haven't watched it.
I'm a budding
Enthusiast.
Musical
enthusiast,
Well,
yes. And so I'm here so that you guys will
I think
spread your influence.
Educate you.
This is a very weird hand motion.
Hamushin?
Hamushin?
Hand motion. Hand
Alexander
motion.
Hamilton.
Oh!
We will not burst into song in any part of this music of this podcast. We will
James
not
is
burst
barely
into
singing
song.
right now.
name. The world will never be the same.
Is he done?
Alexander.
Honestly, this episode of the podcast is really just
Wait.
a
James
terrible
singing for
idea.
45 minutes.
How could the
You
best?
You interrupted me. I did the intro. You interrupted me.
Wait.
Sorry, please do it
It
again.
really
I
was
will
a
shut up
terrible
now.
idea.
And we have
Cut to the intro.
right?
We got this. Okay, it's done. Go home,
Yeah.
everyone. Anyway,
Wait, all right. So who's next on the chopping block? Is that all you have to say, Ivano? Any last words?
So who will be heading next?
musical beheaded.
Vic, I think that's a great transition for your favorite musical.
Yes, go.
I think somebody walked in.
Wait. Who are we talking about? Whose line is it anyway?
Something about beheading. So I'd say.
What?
Mary
James
Antoinette.
said who's next on the chopping block. So
I
I
guess-
said
And I
who we be heading next?
I
Don't have
guess
to be
and I
could-
said that was a great transition to Vic's favorite musical.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sure. Let's go, Vic.
Hey, I got really into musicals. I guess in the start of the year / the circuit breaker, to the point where my Spotify rap it's just musical theater. And I'm
Very
so
nice.
embarrassed to say it because it's so embarrassing.
No, it's okay.
And
No one's
like, it's
judging. No
not-
one's judging.
It's like I know nobody's gonna judge me, but I'm judging myself.
Oh.
My Spotify
Painfully
rap,
relatable.
I hit 100 streams of like a particular 6 song in like 2 weeks.
Which song and which musical might we ask?
6.
6.
Wait, what song?
6.
I wasn't
Like it-
expecting it to be this song, but it was like Heart of Stone. It's like the slow like Adele-ish
Angsty
song.
Badel
Like
Ballet.
an angsty like
Ballad.
ballad.
Adele.
The musical.
My top songs are all 6. That's my
You
top
wanna-
5.
We're
Uh,
lucky to have a good fan like you.
You want to preface what 6 actually is for the people? who
Oh,
don't know?
okay. Yeah. So basically, 6 is about Henry VIII and his 6 wives. And
Okay.
for some
Six
reason,
Wives, though.
yeah, it's literally just about the 6 wives, and like it's a more contemporary, musical. And it's like 70 minutes long. The musical is like 70 minutes long. I've watched it maybe like 10 times already. As a
How do you watch it 10
very,
times? How do you,
very legally, very legally.
on Disney Plus.
Yes, on Disney Plus.
James, I have to stop
Very
you right there.
legally.
We can't have you questioning us every single time we say something.
Just continue.
We'll be charged on 5 counts of fucking fraud.
Ooh,
Yeah.
all of
carry
us.
on.
just
4,567 minutes listening to Heart of Stone.
Wait, again?
I spent 4,567 minutes listening to Heart of Stone alone.
That's like more than an hour.
That's like 1,000
know.
times.
I'm dividing it.
I know.
That's 76.
I'm
Wait.
dividing it.
I'm like in like the
I'm very-
0.05% of the top 0.05% of listeners, and I'm
Hey,
embarrassed to
you're-
say it.
Oh, okay.
That's a bit much.
I know.
I mean,
And
if you
my
like it, you know.
addiction doesn't stop there.
Oh, it doesn't. Okay, that's.
May
What's the
I
next one?
ask, like, why do you like the musical and the music so much? Just
I don't know either.
it's an addiction. It's an addiction.
You see, the problem is I don't know how and why I got into it.
Ah, yes. The
Well,
most
very
addictive
intrigued
drugs.
by the plot or like the characters or something.
I don't know. I literally cannot tell you how I got it. I literally
Alright.
cannot tell you why I like it.
This podcast has taken a dark turn, you know. Originally it was
Addictive
about
drugs.
I
theatre.
really
Alcohol.
cannot tell you how I like it.
Nicotine.
Yeah,
6?
probably. 6?
Now-
Yeah.
Now it's about
Oh.
theatre's counterpart, therapy.
Therapy, yeah. Therapy. I need a lot.
Let's move on with the introductions.
Okay.
Move on. The guillotine next.
Guillotine.
Who wants to go?
I thought it was
Guillotine.
What's guillotine?
Does it matter? Really?
It's the thing that cuts off
You're
your
the
head.
one who corrected him.
I was
Yeah.
correcting myself. I was wondering what it was. I didn't say it out. I did say it out loud.
No, we read your mind.
All right, Chen Si, you want to say a bit soft?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
No, I mean like you have been a bit quiet.
Yes.
But
Hi,
yeah,
Chunky.
go for it.
Okay, I will speak. I will enunciate. Okay. What to say?
Okay.
Wait, what question am I supposed to answer now?
Have you not been paying attention?
It's like
Just state your
no.
level of knowledge. Your level of
how
knowledge.
your level of knowledge in theater, how well versed you
I
are.
never answered that question, but
I
whatever.
have.
Yes, you didn't.
That's why like big
Basically, Vic is a big theater nerd.
views.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Ooh, as she says.
I have watched, like, the first time I watched a musical was like in Sec 2. I went to watch Matilda. I think Sec 2 or Sec 3. Yeah. Then last year when I went to the UK, I watched Les Mis and I watched Wicked.
Wait,
Yeah. So
Matilda is a musical?
Yeah.
Like the
Very good.
Roald Dahl one?
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
Roald Dahl one?
yeah, it's pretty good. Like it's,
As you can see, our V2 plebeians have no idea about
No, but that's so cool. I grew
Yeah,
up with
that's
that
so
book.
cool.
Holy crap.
I love
And
that
for-
book, yeah.
I want to say that I saw the revolving stage and it's like the biggest flex in my life. Like no, my
Seen the revolving stage.
biggest flex is my scrunchie. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Why
Then
why is the
Got it,
revolving
got it.
stage so interesting?
It's a revolving stage.
moved it. Doesn't
What?
exist anymore.
Oh, it doesn't
It's just-
what?
No.
Didn't Hamilton
They-
also use like a revolving stage for like the final act?
Yeah,
They use
I'm
it
not.
throughout
I'm
the
not. Yeah, let
They
me.
used it throughout the show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Then I got into musicals, right? Like during CB period as well. And I just like it was just recommended on YouTube for me, and I think it was like Sexy from Mean Girls. Yeah, it's like so freaking good. I was like damn shook at. Oh my gosh, like it was like the first time I actually like really like, you know, because usually when I watch musicals I'm sitting all the way at the back, but like I got to see up close, and like Kate Rockwell is just like so amazing. Like it's like how does she acts as if like, you know, like she sings and dances and talks at the same time while acting as if she's just waiting for someone to come out on stage and say, sorry, you're doing it wrong. And like that is just the Karen energy we need like every day.
Wait,
Yeah,
sorry to interrupt you, but what is CB firstly? And secondly, context. A lot of
Okay,
Mean Girls context.
girls. Okay, wait. If y'all don't know Mean Girls, you're living under a rock. Mean Girls by
Apologize.
went to, you know, yeah, Karen Smith. You know, like, okay, basically, okay, I can't believe I'm doing this. Okay, Mean Girls is a movie about a girl, Katie, who was homeschooled in South Africa, and she moves to the dangerous jungle of North Shore in Chicago, North Upper Chicago. Yeah, and she meets the queen bee and her squad, her clique, yeah, her clique, who are known as the plastics, and those are the titular mean girls. And Regina is the queen bee, and Gretchen is the loyal follower, which I find like so like okay. Oh my gosh, I'm going to go for another tangent.
We'll get into that later.
Yeah, we'll do that
Do you,
later.
want, do you want to save it for later? Or?
Okay, I'll go in
We
my
can have like a 20-minute section.
Yeah, we'll give
Just
it a
to go off
20-minute.
of Gretchen.
Alright.
Yeah.
20-minute run.
yeah. So then like then Karen is a dumb girl, and like that's why I said that Kate Rockwell is like really cool, because like
Oh.
you can act as if like she's so uncertain, and that was just amazing. I was just like, oh my god, this is so cool. So I watched the entire like show on Disney Plus. I'm sorry.
That's quite
You have to
interesting. Like,
censor Disney Plus. Like,
do you
This is
guys,
the
Half of
thing.
these aren't even on Disney Plus.
so
everything's on Disney Plus, damn it. What do you mean?
Sorry,
What do
everything's
you
on
mean?
Disney Plus.
No, it just
Everything's on Disney Plus.
watch the actual production in person ever. Like it's just going to be the tour version, and if I ever like get to see Broadway or never, okay, yeah. But anyways, yeah. So then it was just a downward spiral, and I just like got into like a lot of musicals, and like yeah. So since the start of the year, I guess, yeah. That is how
I
much.
got a question, right? Like, do you guys like find it any different, like actual actors and like the actors in a musical? Is there like any significance or like any like one that you prefer
can
for any
sing.
particular reason?
You mean
They can
sing
They can
and
actually
dance.
sing. Yeah.
and dance.
Okay, but
Well-
like they also make like movie releases of like the theater shows,
No, but
right?
you see
Wait.
like
wait? I want to know
when
actual
you're
actors. You mean like TV actors or like?
yeah, TV like
Yeah, like
screen
TV
actors.
Not
like
YouTube.
okay, to give like some solid ground to stand on, I guess I would say like, for example, a movie equivalent of like a drama, let's say, not like maybe a serialized drama, but a movie. All right, like, do you guys like find it more entertaining watching a theatrical performance that's like a musical, or like even if it's like not a musical, I guess, or like a movie one with music, let's say, or something, you know?
So like for example,
You can
The
say
Greatest
Disney, it's
Showman.
okay.
Yeah.
The Greatest Showman versus
Yeah, like
something
Greatest
else.
Showman is a
Hamilton
musical,
or whatever.
arguably. Just not stage
Arguably.
musical.
I
I
not
really
stage
I
musical,
have a
it's like-
10-minute tangent on The Greatest Showman, but
Or like a
Save it for
I will
Disney
later.
save it.
film.
I will save it.
You know, like what makes them so special, and like what makes theater as a whole so special compared to like
Different.
movies and stuff.
I
They are
think
like
it's just like actors on the stage need to like have actual stage presence. Rather than like on screen, they can just like, fill up the scene. Like they just do the scene.
Oh yeah, then set also, because it's really interesting to
Yeah.
see what they do with a set in a theater performance as opposed to TV, because like
Because you can reset. Like theater, you do it one shot. Like you have to nail it the first time. Rather than like when you're filming like a screen recording, you can
And
just
it-
like
there's-
retake
there's
like
no
over and over again.
there's no camera trickery. There's no editing magic.
Yeah.
It's just all it's raw out there.
It's just talent.
It's-
It's just
talent.
are you throwing shade?
We're
Are
not
you
throwing
both
shade
throwing
at the
shade?
talents of actual actors, of course, because both of them are very talented in their own rights. It's just they're very somewhat different sets of skills that you may require, right, in both theater and on-camera acting. I guess that's what you're trying to say.
And see, what do you think about it? The theater nerd.
What?
wait. Huh? Wait, I don't know.
Chon.
Chon.
In the Vic,
Oh,
then I was
John.
Yeah.
like,
What like made you get so into theater and like whatever compared to like other forms of media?
oh yeah, the same as them. Lor. Like it's just, but then I also like the added aspect of everything being different, like in every performance. Like there are small little details in every performance that makes each one unique, and I find that so special. But yeah lah, like if you are a movie actor, you have like your own set of talents, and like camera trickery is also like a talent and skill, and I don't have anything to say about that. I enjoy movies as well. Yeah, so
But like, would you say
to say
you
about.
prefer one over another, or is it like a case by case basis? I guess it's just the
Uh,
experience is different.
Depends on what I enjoy more. Yeah.
All right, cool.
It's an interesting concept that Sean brought up about how each performance of a musical will always be different. You are never watching the same performance unless it will be recorded. How a movie will have not one copy, but it's like there's the movie
One
that you
that's
watch,
recorded.
the director's cut that you are able to watch. And every time you watch the movie, it's going to be the same movie. But with theatrical performances, stage performances in general, there's I guess, would you agree in me saying that there's a certain type of magic that where a feeling that you are in that moment and no one else would be in that moment ever again? There's that certain.
Except not anymore.
Yes, sorry.
Like the turning the turning stage or
Does.
whatever.
Sorry.
Revolving stage.
Revolving stage, yeah. So like what I'm getting from this is basically what makes theater so like amazing is basically like the same thing as meeting the difference between meeting face to face and like meeting over a Zoom call, let's say, right? Like when you're meeting face to face is like an actual experience, and like you yourself are part of the experience and you're really there. But then like for a movie release, it's just like on a screen and you lose that a bit of that connection, I guess. All right, so like using this like thing, I guess let's segue into what you guys think about the movie equivalents of theatrical performances.
So time for
Prom is out on
the
Netflix
segue.
now.
Maybe let's
The
talk
Prom
about
just got
the
released.
what just got released.
Vic, stop getting distracted.
Prom just got released. I'm just saying. The Prom just got released on
Maybe
Netflix,
the
which is very legal to watch,
yes, very
Of course.
might I add.
Like everything else you're
So
talking about,
legal.
nothing no illegal activity going on here.
maybe some of
We
the
have no
more
idea what slime.
That's the most illegal thing I've
Slime.
ever heard. There is
Again.
no illegal activity going on here.
nope, nothing happening.
Gucci boys say about like it's what he said, what like that's why illegal activity is so frowned upon. It's cause you lose the idea of being in the moment and no one else experiencing that experience. That's what I was trying to say.
All
But
right.
I would like to propose a question. Let's say you did you are going for a live performance, a live stage performance of a musical that you really really like already, and on that day, one of the actors slips up. He makes mistakes, or he or she they make a mistake on stage and everything. Would you think that would take away from the performance? Would that take away from your experience? Would that make it worse for you or
No,
better
dude,
for
that's
you?
that's
Yeah,
a
kind of like
rare.
Muse.
Yeah, it's like you're collecting some shiny.
That's a
Pokemon or something.
rare, dude.
it's important. I mean,
Like-
not important.
It's
Like I remember, like in Les Miserables, there's this scene in Master of the House where like they have to throw this object like across the room, and then the other person has to like catch it. And like when I saw that, I was like, holy, like how do you plan such that like you can catch it like all the time, you know? So like let's say the person fails at catching it, I guess like that to you guys would be like a memorable experience.
It's like a stunt.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Will you not remember them dropping a chair in the middle of the musical?
I guess, yeah.
That's true. But what about like someone's first experience for this kind of performance? What if this mistake that the actor made, do I call them actor? Performer makes
Actor, right?
actually kind of takes away time or like something from like where they could be expositing a very crucial plot point or very emotional like centerpiece of the play. Do you think that would actually disrupt the actual experience of the goer? So difficult to use.
I don't think
It have
so.
to be case by case, right? Like
Yeah,
depends on
case
how they
by
recover
case.
from their blunder.
That's
If
true.
they don't recover, then
Like
obviously
sometimes they just stop the whole. Sometimes they just stop the whole show.
Really?
Like they stop it and then like they'll be like, we'll be taking a technical break.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Like was there was I know there was one Mean Girls performance where like someone
fought.
did something and then they had to I don't remember
fell?
what happened.
The
I
conductor.
don't remember what happened.
The conductor fell?
Is it?
I think
I
the
don't know. I know the one I
fight-
remember is the Mary Kate one. I don't remember. Oh well. But yeah, sometimes they like stop the whole, if it's serious enough, they stop it for like 5 minutes. It'll be like, we're going on a technical break. And then like they come back. And then they go back a bit and then they continue.
But
you
those are the
guys-
difficulties of having a live performance, like one shot. I guess it's pretty difficult. And I guess I can kudos to those kind of performances. I guess
Do
Yeah,
you
but
guys
then
have
for
like oh, sorry, yes.
okay with
Sean, you were saying?
yeah no I read on forums like people are usually okay with it, like they like even if they say like, oh, it was my first time watching, but they recovered so well and I still had an enjoyable performance. I'm just like, oh, that's cool. Like
Pretty
yeah.
sweet.
So do you guys have like a theater fails compilation or something on YouTube?
It probably is. You
I
can
don't
probably
think
like just.
I don't think you're
you can
supposed
just-
to though, right? Like
You're not supposed to, but like there probably is.
no illegal activity here.
Like relating that to like
No illegal activity.
relating that
We
to
should
like
just name this episode
No
nothing
illegal
wrong.
activity here. Oh, that's a terrible idea.
Episode 7 slime tutorial.
No.
Best theater fails, mishap bloopers compilation.
Okay, let's not play that.
Yeah.
You don't want
Like,
any.
relating that to like
lawsuits.
my area of expertise, I guess, which would be like orchestra stuff, right? Like when I see like things fail or like, you know, when people fail, they usually have like backup plans and stuff. Like but the only difference is in an orchestra like piece or whatever, if someone screws up, no one waits for you. They just keep going because like everyone is kind of there and like there's not really a retake. Like for example, if the violin breaks, like usually another person from behind just gives you the violin and then just keep continue playing, you know. And like that has led to like some insane moments. Like some soloists have like broken the violin like or broken the bow like 4 times in a row or something, and they had to like keep taking like bows. Like yeah.
How aggressively were they playing?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You
like,
haven't
unlucky
seen.
day. Unlucky day. But like it's true, like the ability to continue on, like even though something screws up, is and like it's an important one, and like you know.
Power
Is this
to
civics
adapt.
class?
Wait. So just now I was talking about like the movie releases of like theatrical works, right? Maybe something like Cats.
This is Jamie's area of expertise. This is
I'm
all
not
her.
gonna
This is
talk
all
about
her. This
this.
is all
No.
her.
I'm not gonna talk about cats. It was a
All
train wreck.
her.
It was
The
just a
stage
train
is
wreck.
yours.
The CGI was bad. The staging was bad. They had some absurd idea to like make weird euphemisms.
No,
It's
but
like a musical.
Would you
It's
like to
supposed
give
be
us
for
an example of such euphemisms?
from what I understand, like the music.
Ramtham Tugger does not have the gay 80s twink energy that was in the musical. I'm telling you, I was robbed. Anyway, this is one weird ass scene where all the cats are like on all fours, and then there's like some moon coming out, right? And then they all just start going like, meow, and it's like they all go, they start to like rise up, and then their tails go like.
All right, Jamie.
It's just such a weird scene.
Yeah, she's
I
getting.
think before
Compose
Jamie
yourself.
gets into an anaphylactic shock, we should move on.
And then there's that one scene during the Ramtham Tugger song where the cats start guzzling milk, but they do it. They make it so weird. Like
Relax. Breathe.
Breathe.
there's like milk shooting out of the hoses, and the cats are just drinking it. It's just weird.
You understand?
It's okay.
Jamie?
It's okay, Jamie.
What is
It's
that?
not real.
That was a good
The accident is
scene.
it's over. It's past. It's
Wait,
not your fault.
But from what I understand, like the musical also had like some sexual themes like inside it, right? Kind of.
I think we've lost Jamie, so we can carry on from this topic.
Yeah.
Uh,
So next,
are you okay? Do you need a break?
Like I've watched like some video like essays about it, and like they said something about how in the movie they tried to train people to like act exactly like cats, but in the theater they were like just giving the idea of cats and stuff like that.
They did like ballet. Theater, they were like graceful, beautiful movements. Movie was like, what is going on?
It's like Uncanny Valley, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Yes.
it's too realistic. It's too close to the truth. Not
But too far
but
from.
no, Cats the musical, like the actual musical, is perfection. The choreography, perfection. But the movie, I like to bleach my eyes.
I think like what you guys are trying to say, like putting it into English words, is like that the movie is it kind of it's not art. is instead of
It is art. It's just bad art.
yeah, it's bad art. Instead of describing it like through mimicry and like through artistic elegance, it just like brute forces it, and it's like, oh, a cat has fur, you know. A cat like shits on the floor everywhere. Yeah, we're
Say
just
that,
gonna
James.
pretend.
It eats cockroaches and rats.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like if you
Yeah.
tried to make Spider-Man and then you're like, no, Spider-Man should be realistic, you know, it should shoot webs from its ass. Is that a good way?
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Look,
And-
what kind of like Gucci versus a knockoff you get? Okay, no, your Gucci knockoff is very good.
Thank you.
True.
Let's not talk about it.
And also like from what I understand, like the movie like as a whole standalone thing is like terrible. Like the editing was bad. They put in a lot of like comedic beats that really didn't hit and stuff like that. Like would you say it's just like a complete trash fire? Was there like any redeeming qualities?
I watched it like last year and I can still remember every part I didn't like.
I guess it's the risk that a lot of studios take when they try to adapt some
No, but-
a beloved thing, right?
No, but
I
when you
guess
adapt something, if you're going to make some changes, that's okay. If you make some interpretive, more relevant changes, that's fine. But not only did they not make the changes they made weren't significant in altering themes or anything or trying to explore new things. It was just like bad decisions, kind of.
What were the
So
themes in Cats? What were the themes in Cats?
kind of like reincarnation. Wait, it's been a while since I watched it. Except for the movie, which I have deleted from my brain, please. I know one of the themes was like reincarnation. There's that general idea of giving a second chance, and was it how do you determine who's deserving of that second chance in a way, and also condemning people because they go away for a while and become ugly, I suppose.
versus the movie, which is just an acid trip.
Yes.
Acid trip gone wrong. All right, so like I guess movies do have this hot streak of screwing with theatrical like performances, right? Like for example, there's a lot of controversy around the Les Miserables movie thing. Like I personally, like when I first watched it, like I thought it was like okay, like it was not too bad. I definitely preferred like the musical, like watching it live. But like what do you guys think? What do you guys think of like that one, the Les Miserables movie?
Well, I haven't watched Les Mis.
Hey, I haven't watched the movie. I only watched the musical.
Les Mis. So
how about you?
You wanna just John?
I didn't watch the movie.
Apparently
is it
None
the
of us
movie
watched
one?
Les Mis movie
Okay,
except
okay.
James.
Is it the
I'll-
movie, the Anne Hathaway one?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll do it. I guess I'll do your jobs. Okay, so
Or you could just let Vic rant about what's it?
because I also know about
Showman.
like I don't know. I did my research. You know, I also researched like into the behind the scenes of like what made this like whole movie fail. Because like I'm just interested in a lot of things in general. And like apparently for the Anne Hathaway scene, even though like it was very famous, they like purposely made her or like they forced her to like cry and not drink water and like sing at the same time, which like I guess I mean it's bad, right? It's very bad to like cry
Violation of human rights, kind of.
because like your voice, and a lot of people like really hated the vocal performance because like even though she won she won an Oscar, right? Yeah, for it or whatever. Like what happened? Anyway, like even though she won whatever, right? Like the singing apparently wasn't the best because obviously you can't sing when you're crying, right? Because the water will like get into your throat and then it will like screw with your whole. Or like Hugh Jackman, right? Apparently the way he like trained for his role to like get his whole like slave role, the director asked him to like make his body like unrecognizable from like when he was normal. So he had to like starve himself and like dehydrate himself. And so his singing was very coarse and like rough. And even though like it might have been like more realistic or whatever, like it was screwed.
So it was bad because of ethics violations,
No, I think like it's a similar thing to the Cats thing, right? Like they're trying to go for realism and grit, but it's too much. It goes too much that it goes into that uncanny valley, and it's no longer art. It's no longer like it no longer encapsulates the original beauty of the theatrical release. Yeah, and that's just like some of the stuff. Apparently, they also like had to create like this whole like traumatic set where like I say traumatic because like it's traumatic for the people working on it. Like they had mics inside the set, and like if you don't know, a set is very freaking noisy. Like if I know, probably know because like you have made like films before, right? Yeah, a set is extremely freaking noisy. If you're going to like put mics in the thing, you have to like soften everything such that nothing makes any sound at all. And like apparently it was very very difficult to shoot. They had like the orchestra like on the scene playing the music at the same time, and yeah, it was quite a cluster F. Yeah. Why do you think movies like get it so wrong? Do you think it's because like they don't get the point of like theater or something else maybe?
It's just like the like they work differently.
There's a
Actually,
lot you have to take into yeah, Chelsea?
Yeah, man.
okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Like theater people don't like screen like screen staff people don't really understand how live performances work, and like vice versa, I guess. But like,
Oh yeah, like how would you
Yes.
say they work? Like what's the difference? What's the major difference?
like have you seen like those like behind the scenes of like a screen, like a TV show filming, like for example, like they have like actual mics like on top of you,
Yeah.
like the boom mics, and then like theater is like the tiny little mic here, and then like even when they turn off your mic, they can't hear, like no one can hear you. How you say, they work differently, they're taught differently, and so they function differently.
I guess like it is different forms of art and like they have different ways of
Yeah.
expressing it. Right? Wait, Chensi, you wanted to say something? Or
Yeah,
Chon?
Yeah.
Chinzi.
I was just going to say that like I don't think it's entirely fair to say theater that movies necessarily get it wrong, because I know that
Oh,
method
that's
acting
true.
is common, and in especially in like the film industry. And while I'm not saying it's a good thing, I'm saying that like it's a very common way of doing things, and that's kind of like how it is. And um yeah, it may not be healthy, but like it's also like not something to fault the movie about, because just because it doesn't happen like that in a musical, because a musical requires a lot of suspension of disbelief. And I think that is like one of the that is part of the magic of musicals. And that is like just, yeah. And I do think Vic is right that like they work very differently, but it wouldn't but then I think that they are both still art forms, just in different ways. Yeah, that's my 2 cents.
That's interesting. That's
Actually,
interesting.
that makes a lot of sense about the suspension of belief as well. Because a lot of things that people nitpick about movies is that it's not realistic or not plausible. Whereas in musicals, those kind of things just slide.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, nobody's going to question why in a musical why a bunch of cats can like be reborn over 900 years, and why they're led by somebody who's never been reborn, question mark. But in a actual movie setting, it's going to be like, huh, so how did this come about?
Yeah,
What is the like hierarchy and all that things that's going
yeah.
to be picked up.
Also matters. The audience of like a musical and like a movie are like going to be audience that likes and interprets art in different ways also.
So would you say like movie interpretations of theater are bound to fail, or is it like
Is this
Not
GP?
possible to
I am excited to see West Side Story.
West Side Story?
Yes,
West
yes, yes.
What is West Side Story?
West Side Story,
It's like,
a musical that Steven Spielberg is making into a movie.
What's it
And
about?
it's like
I
it's the rivaling sides one, right?
yeah, the
It's like
class,
the two sides, like the bike rivaling biker gangs,
yeah.
and then there's a love story that happens in between that.
I'm kind
Yeah,
of confused as to what happens in
it's
it,
kind of
but
cheesy.
watch Rachel Zegler. I'm willing to watch her.
Kind of cheesy. Rachel
Oh.
Zegler.
Alright. Then like, do you guys know like I don't know Sweeney Todd? The don't know of Sweeney Todd?
Was it the hairdresser murderer?
Yeah, the
I haven't
hairdresser
watched
one.
it.
Yes, yeah, the hair. Yeah.
Apparently
I
that
wanted to
one.
watch it, but my mom said
Lea
no.
Salonga. Lea Salonga.
I totally
We
know who
love
that
Lea
is.
Salonga.
Apparently that one had like a movie release as well, and like people like didn't dislike it. The main character is played by Johnny Depp.
Oh,
Hmm.
See, like, it doesn't always feel like everyone like Hamilton.
probably has to be case by case then.
Hamilton,
Yeah,
like,
Hamilton is a movie.
Hamilton is the play, right?
Hamilton is just
Hamilton
is just a record. It's just a pro shot. It's not like an adaptation.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not really a movie. Yeah.
Hamilton was a pro
So that-
shot.
They should make I don't know. I wish they released pro shots of like more musicals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole debate on like, I don't know where, on like Reddit.
I don't know, if I
Twitter.
could just put my 2 cents.
Probably
I
on
feel like
Reddit.
the biggest problems with what is called the movie adaptations is because that they are adaptations that are taken on by studios, and with studios come along a greater number, a huge board of people making decisions, making different decisions of what to do, how do we make this work, how should we shoot this, who should do this, what should he do. So with a lot of those decision makers, decisions have to become to unanimously
Compromise.
through a lot of compromises. That's right. A lot
But
of
that's true
compromises,
for
a lot of
every
different.
adaptation, right?
Exactly. Just look at how many adaptations around are basically 50-50 split. Either they work or they don't, or some just kind of. But it's like you can look at book adaptations with like Percy Jackson movies, which do not exist.
Do not
Right.
exist.
And like, maybe
Avatar
like,
movie does not exist either.
Exactly. So all these adaptations, I feel like you can say that a lot of the problems can come from how they are very different mediums, movies and musicals, but it also comes with the administrative and all the issues that come with filming, with finding a good studio that doesn't interfere with your vision as a director. I
Yeah,
think a
bruh.
lot of the problems come with that.
Not
They
Netflix.
did my boy Artemis Fowl so bad. Holy
Yes!
hell. You know, when I
Sorry.
was younger, I read
Theater.
Should we say
I
a
watched-
few good adaptations before it
yeah.
just comes out all negative?
Harry Potter was great, obviously.
Harry Potter was a pretty good adaptation.
Lord of the Rings, amazing. Or like the first one at least, super amazing. Yeah, there are a lot. I
That's
mean,
it.
Avengers. Technically, it's an
That's it.
adaptation. Technically, it's an
Well,
adaptation.
technically, yeah.
Thor
You could say the
Ragnarok.
Dark
That's
Knight trilogy.
basically an adaptation.
Ragnarok,
Oh, Ragnarok.
perfection.
Taika Waititi, man.
Yeah.
Taika
But they have a lot of
Waititi,
money to throw around.
big bro.
But then now we think about theater performances which had a good adaptation.
Well, okay, the prom just came out. I haven't watched it yet, so
Mhm.
we'll see. We'll update.
Could be good, could
Part
be
2
bad.
coming soon.
Part 2
Yeah,
coming
legit,
soon.
next week.
Starts with Vic just screaming at the camera.
Guys, we
Be sure to like and subscribe
What's this?
to keep and turn on your post notifications.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
Charles,
Use
you
the
say
link in
something.
the
I hate
description.
myself. Link in description for part 2. Oh my god, I hate myself.
Alright. So like, I guess let's
Can't you-
transition to like modern day theater, right? With like your Hamilton, with your
Contemporary.
Sean Evans. What? What's that one called?
Dear
Sean-
Evan Hansen.
Yeah, I mean, dear
Sean
Evan
Evans.
Sean Evans.
Dear
Sean
Evan Hansen.
Evans.
You got your Heathers. You got Mean Girls. You got,
Heathers!
you got a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, those are all the ones I know. But like, yeah. What do you guys think? I personally like I've watched Dear Evan Hansen and I've watched Hamilton. And
Are you
like,
sure you've watched Dear Evan Hansen? You called it Sean Evans.
yeah, I look. Words fell. Wait, why you guys? You guys didn't watch it,
Didn't watch
So
it.
I'm just like
bruh.
I'm
Oh
sorry.
my god,
hurting a bit.
cringe. I'm hurting inside.
I also haven't watched Hamilton, so
Chansey!
See.
oh
I'm surrounded by.
Go over to Vic's house like at 12 a.m. and just force her to let you watch it on Disney Plus.
Alright, fine.
You have to force her. You just
Let's talk about
Yeah.
Hamilton then, since apparently theater nerds don't watch Dear Evan Hansen. Please. actually got into theater because there was like one of my year 5 music buddies. Can I call him that? Like he was like,
Friends?
yeah, I mean, like, we're not really friends, you know. I'm a very lonely person. I don't really have any.
Like
Acquaintance.
Okay,
acquaintances.
James.
Wait, so like,
Edge
This is
Lord.
like B5 me all over again.
Not again.
the previous incarnation of James. So like,
I mean that works.
It's a lonely emo.
like he was talking about like how Dear Evan Hansen had like a cool soundtrack or whatever, and like I watched it,
Yes.
and it's basically like about this guy who like kind of lies to like get everything he wants, like
To
the
get
girl.
into someone's pants.
Yeah, it's a very classic like tragedy, you know, where like he loses everything, and then like he finds this alternate way to get the things that he wants, but then he realizes that this isn't the right way. Anyway, yeah. Like,
Maybe not to Beetlejuice lah.
oh yeah,
Beetlejuice,
Beetlejuice, yeah.
My heart breaks. My heart breaks.
And also like, yeah, so he ends up like amending things and whatever. Yeah, I don't know why he just went to a synopsis of Evan Hansen. No. But
My-
anyway,
We have done 3 synopses throughout the course of this podcast episode.
Yeah.
what are we trying to get?
2
at?
of them done by Sean.
Sean
Wait.
is just our idol.
all of us know Hamilton.
Wait,
right?
no, one by Vic, one by Sean, one by James. Sean hasn't watched Hamilton.
I have
Oh.
not the time.
Hamilton's great. I'm kind of sick of
Hamilton's
it
great.
though.
Why? Why are you sick of Hamilton?
Dude,
Because
that's
I
like when,
listen to it so much.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
wait, do you watch Hamilton animatics? Do you watch Hamilton animatics?
Yeah. What
The
about it?
congratulations one.
Oh, that was sad, man. That was depressing. That was.
Okay, sorry.
Wait. Oh wait. How do we do this? Like, because some people might not have watched Hamilton, right? We just need to like give context as we go, I guess.
It's
Have-
just basically following the life
Hamilton,
of the
Alexander
forefather,
Hamilton, founding
Alexander
father
Hamilton.
of
Alexander
America.
Hamilton.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of criticism surrounding
There's
it,
America
for the most
sings
part,
for
people love it.
you.
The songs are bop, and there's rap,
The songs are about.
it's
The
just-
songs really are about.
non-stop singing for 2
Yeah,
hours
it's
and
basically
30
like
minutes.
if I remember correctly, it's basically this guy named Alexander Hamilton, yeah, and then he was like, how is it the bastard born from the
Bastard, orphan, son of a
Son
foreign
of
and
a
a
foreign
Scotsman.
Scotsman dropped in the middle of the...
I
Oh,
apologize,
Forgotten.
Chancy.
Not in the
Sorry.
Caribbean.
Right, Chensi
Sorry.
looking so clueless right now.
Fancy, we love you.
I know the plot and I have listened to the songs, but
Oh,
Oh, you just haven't watched it. Oh, the stage play is amazing.
The
Yeah.
stage is good. The staging is good.
and like there are a lot of like different themes in it. God, I can't remember, man. Like he
The costumes are good too. Apparently,
the what is good.
Costumes.
Oh yeah, the
Mm.
Like
costume design.
one YouTuber I watched did a whole like 20-minute video on how good it was, and she was talking about how it's used to like represent time. It is also historically accurate enough while allowing for mobility, etc., etc.
What do you think the themes of Hamilton were? I think personally, I think there's like themes of
Definitely family was one.
oh
Is
yeah.
it is it not just the dude's life?
No,
Well,
but
Make
His,
your
his life has to be
It's
interesting
art.
enough.
It's art.
Make
His
your
life has to be
lips learn.
interesting
Your
enough
lips
to warrant a musical made.
at
Why?
that pace.
Why did they choose Alexander Hamilton? Why was his life so interesting?
I think-
I guess because he cheated
Ask
on his
Lin-Manuel
wife.
Miranda.
Okay, true.
Yeah.
But also like what makes it significant like artistically? What gives it artistical integrity, right? And that's where the themes come in. Yeah, let's do
Well,
For integrity.
a lot of it's about rising up, as they say a lot
yes,
in the musical itself. Rising up from how Alexander
Setback.
Hamilton himself, poverty,
Yeah.
his mother, sickness, hurricanes, blah, 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 and through kindness and just pure luck, some
And
could
hard
say,
work, apparently.
and hard work, he could come to America and make himself a name. And so I feel that Lin-Manuel Miranda himself, he was trying to kind of bring Americans back to what America was meant to be, which was a place of freedom, place where people can make it there.
Meritocracy.
American dream, as they say.
I
And
think-
so yeah, and
also
and
think-
also with that, a lot of themes about immigrants, how they
Immigrants, they
basically-
get the job done.
get the job done. I'm just trying not to
Get the
say that,
job
but it's
done.
fine. It's like, you know, how with a lot of how many events in America's history has already shaped a huge amount of xenophobia within the country itself. And this musical, one of the themes of this musical is trying to remind us that they were and
We all become
they always have
Americans.
and still are what they are because they are working together with the immigrants, with everyone. And so there's this theme of working together, you know, just going through our differences, getting through our differences, and
Outside
coming
of
out
that,
above.
I think there are also themes of like hope, definitely, like, and also themes of loss, the losses and sacrifices that this that the founding father, the founding father of America, like has made to like give this country everything that he has. Like even after his death, he still like technically contributed to like the economic system, and like his wife like made an orphanage and everything, right? Like so there's a lot of that to like give America like significance.
Right.
Very patriotic there, I guess.
That
like,
was a
be
big
able
part of
to-
it, right?
Yeah, to be able
Like
to like,
legacy.
do the things that
Yeah, legacy was huge.
legacy, do the things that he did do. Like he had to sacrifice a lot of stuff, right? Like he had to sacrifice his family, he had to sacrifice his firstborn. Sounds like some view of the devil.
I feel like that was also a question that Lin himself was proposing to viewers. Is yes, we could say most, if not all of us, want to live our lives in a way that we will be remembered on after our deaths, after our time has passed. But how much can we sacrifice to get that? And like how much is too much? Yes, exactly.
Where's your breaking point? For like Hamilton, that was Philip, right?
Yeah, Philip.
Like Lawrence didn't break him. His affair
Well, Lawrence
didn't break him.
Oh, Lawrence.
Lawrence broke something different, kind of.
Yeah.
Like he broke
It-
the.
He broke like
he
the
broke
first
the
like.
stop switch.
It was
Yeah.
it was a
Stop
huge
button, sorry.
revelation to Hamilton himself, where he realized that your life could end so quickly.
Oh, and that war wasn't so glorious and glamorous, right?
Yes.
Because
Is
before
this
that,
a
all the songs
spoiler?
about war are like.
Yeah, no spoiler warning.
No, right? I mean, it's in the first. It's in the first song. He literally says it in the first song. It's fine.
Like me, I
No.
died for him, so like yeah. Like because
We should-
throughout the first act, they keep talking about war. Like they talk a lot. They glamorize war a lot. They talk about how war is the only way for this poor people to rise up, to get a status and things like that. Then they directly contrast Burr and Hamilton, which they do throughout the musical, but like their attitudes towards the war as well. Then you reach Lawrence's interlude, where for the first time to Hamilton, he's been directly affected negatively by the war. Because prior to that, he hasn't really felt the effects. So yeah, I think that was also another thing that they were trying to show with Lawrence.
Lawrence was cool. Sad.
It's interesting. It's a very hashtag deep show, and also like the significance of using rap inside the theatrical performance, right? Like
Oh yeah, it's like the rap versus song thing, is it?
rap in the musical apparently was supposed to like signify the big brainness level of the character. So like you got Alexander Hamilton, you know, who like spits bars, you know, it's like.
Wait, really? I thought it was like people who were running out of time. That's why they had to
Yeah,
speak
I thought
so
it was the
fast.
show's the pacing. That's why in the last
Yeah.
bit he's just going like.
He's going so fast. That's why his raps get faster and faster.
Like if you look at
That's why that's why Eliza doesn't rap.
Slight tangent. How do you switch off Siri?
Throw your phone away.
yourself.
Yeah.
No. On the computer, he has come out like 6 times throughout this.
Throw your
whole
computer
iteration.
Computer into water.
Yeah, computer.
Okay,
and
Buy a
water.
new one. It's fine.
You are also
Siri.
useful.
I don't know.
When would Siri even come out?
Yeah, what would Siri come out?
I don't know. He came out just now when I said something about
I like how Siri is, like,
pacing.
Wait, why do you have Siri set to a he?
Because I never changed my settings and Apple is sexist.
Oh, is
We will
But
take
isn't
that
Siri-
out.
Isn't
Take
Siri
that out.
default a she?
default,
Wait,
yeah.
is it?
No!
Yeah, Siri
I
default
don't
was a she.
know. That's why I'm confused. My Siri is
Got
a
a
he for
virus
some
on it.
reason.
Got a virus, my
something
man.
smells fishy. Wait, okay, anyway, back to the topic.
We were talking about what? Rap, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
rap.
I like that
rap.
interpretation of rap being how you're rushing for time. That's pretty interesting. I've never thought of it that way. One I believe Lin himself talked about was how rap itself was basically a lot of the themes of like early rap was very close to Alexander Hamilton's own story about rising up from being nothing. You can see that through like a lot of early rappers, basically.
Gangster rap.
So yeah, exactly. It's like, whoa, brought up in the hood, making myself who I am right now, and that struck an emotional chord with Lin-Manuel Miranda and Alexander Hamilton's story. He saw how this man basically made himself who he was through writing raps and just hard work and deliberation. And so he thought that what better way to tell a rap story than through rap. And so musical
Like,
A
rap.
rising up story than through rap.
Like I think the rap is like to signify the big brainness of the character, because like you got like Eliza and like the other like female characters, right? And like the smarter one, I don't remember their names.
I see what you mean. How
Angelica.
Angelica starts rapping in The Scarlet Sisters.
Yeah.
About reading about Thomas Paine and stuff like that. That's
Reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that.
I'm just not going to comment on this.
A lot of people say also that like how King George's 3 songs.
We stand King George.
It's basically like very reminiscent of the Beatles, and they wanted to kind of show the time gap between Britain and the Americans, the colonials, because they're like rap, they're like in the future, they're like living in 1980 whatever, and then the Brits are still
You're like 18 something.
It's fine, and then the the British are still like kind of backward, you might say, very traditional, very Beatles. So yeah, that's one interpretation that I've seen around.
Alright, that's all cool and everything. But like, so through Hamilton, I guess, like what would you guys say are like the main differences between contemporary theater and like long time ago theater?
Traditional.
Traditional theater, yes. Like, do you guys like view their merits as different? Because watching the two separate ones, like I definitely feel that something is different. I can't really put my finger on it, but like, yeah.
The stories they tell are different. And the characters are also different in a way.
The character journey is different.
Yeah.
Like in
The
what?
past is mainly a character
Even-
reacting. Sorry.
Like even though like sometimes they're, how you say it, like their themes are the same, but like the way the characters get to that realization is different in like traditional and contemporary musicals.
Mhm.
I don't have a example unless I think of one.
Go for it.
All the time in the world, it's fine.
You can carry on talking. I'm just gonna keep talking.
All right. Wait. So Jamie, what's your opinion on that? On like the differences
I
between.
forgot.
Okay. Well, Chon, say something. Say something.
Okay.
Thing to
I want
say.
to say.
Vic, let Tron
Oh,
speak.
Okay, John.
Wait, I'm nothing.
Oh.
Organize. Peak organization.
I want to say like Phantom and Alphaba, but it's like, not very good comparison.
You can contrast like their songs, I guess.
No, I
But
feel like
in terms of motives, not so
It
much.
is-
Yeah.
ballads.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and now there's a mixture of styles and genres, and the audience, like now everyone is like now we are like more knowledgeable, and now we have access to more information, and we are more aware of like the issues in the world, and we are more willing to deal with these issues. So these are obviously new themes that will come out in contemporary theater that may have been more absent in traditional theater.
Yeah, musically, like definitely the time period in which the musical or theatrical opera, whatever, was like released would affect. Like for example, in the Baroque period, you got Baroque pieces. in the romantic period, you got like all your romantic musicals, right? Like I don't know, Hamlet,
Shocker.
Romeo and Juliet. You got
Sorry,
like,
did you just? Those are not musicals.
They're
I mean,
plays.
okay, they're
Yeah.
plays, but like,
But I
You
mean,
just call
same.
Hamlet a musical.
so
I mean,
Before we get a heart attack,
potato,
continue.
potato. Yeah.
You don't say
Look, you got a
says
state,
potato.
Okay, fine.
got
Okay,
music,
fine.
got people.
Tomato, tomato. Yeah.
They are products of their time. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
example, yeah. And like nowadays
What the
with,
context?
with like 20th century music or like contemporary stuff, there's a lot more like, you know, like for example in Hamilton, there's use of rap. In Dear Evan Hansen, I would say it has like a very pop kind of sound. Even in like Les Miserables, it's very pop. Or like Phantom of the
And
Opera,
the
it's very like
pop.
It-
Les Miserables is very like
Oh,
it has like this chorus verse kind of thing, right? Where like you have like the main melody and then like comes back and everything. It's not really like traditional musical kind of music, you know.
isn't
Or
Les
like,
Mis a traditional musical?
no,
Yeah,
I
it
mean
is.
I mean like the music wise. Like in the words of my music teacher, not me, the music in Les Mis is boring. Okay, anyway, moving on. Yeah, he thinks it's
I
boring
think Vic agrees.
because like it just
the music's good. I just not my style.
yeah. I mean I disagree with him, but you know, whatever. Or like in Phantom of the Opera, it's rock. It's very rock heavy. Da, 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 da. Okay, like I have a hot take. Yeah. You guys can like argue with me. I didn't get the point of Phantom of the Opera. It was so dumb to me. Yeah,
I almost
I'm
fell
just gonna
asleep
say
in
it.
Didn't watch it.
I
Jimmy just gave you the most offended look I've ever seen.
nothing.
Impressive.
No, the actors and actresses are amazing. It's just
Yeah,
the
of
plot.
course. I just think the story, like a lot of the oh shit, what's his name? I mean, I can't say I can't cast, but what's the guy's name? The very
Andrew
famous
Lloyd
guy.
Webber.
Yeah, Andrew Lloyd Webber. He makes like a lot of weird
Yeah, he did
musicals,
Cats.
right?
yeah,
Like
he did
killing
cats.
What the hell's the point of Cats? I don't know. Is it like it's a musical about cats?
Okay, arguably doesn't have to have a point.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, it does have a point, but
Okay,
arguably doesn't have to have a point. It was entertaining.
But you think about it, how would he think of the idea of cats? Like all of a sudden one day he's just like, I should write a musical about cats and the
Some people think
afterlife.
it's like
Like-
it's like very similar to how cults like function, and so it's like kind of analogy for cults in general, like how they indoctrinate people.
Like
and-
I really don't think he was thinking that deep when he was making all these videos.
hey, give them the benefit of the doubt, you know.
No.
We would give him.
No, apparently he legit just like did the Cats theater just because he wanted to do a musical about cats. Like a lot of his musicals, I feel, except for like he wrote Les Mis, right? Right?
No.
Yeah. Anyway, like a lot of his stuff, like for example, Phantom of the Opera is like, okay, there's this guy and like he's obsessed with like this girl or something, right? And like there's this other guy who's like just there, and like he also like likes the girl a lot. And then like he like the other guy like brings him down to like his basement, all stalker like or something. And like the guy comes and save him or what? Like who cares? I don't care. What
You could argue that it's a take about obsessive love, for example.
Is it not the point? Like stalkers and
Yeah, that is the point.
obsession. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah,
Don't know. I mean,
it's just
if
kind of
the
creepy.
they even sing live, what is the point? No, Ryan McCartan said that the Phantom doesn't sing live, and I was just like, oh, that's like
He doesn't. I feel
Uh,
so betrayed.
I don't know.
Like you know,
One of his vlogs, like he told,
Like he
Like-
doesn't.
I don't know. I will need to do some research on that.
they don't the high E, is it the E flat, like
Right.
that Christine sings, it's not live, it's all recorded.
Huh?
Yeah, like you know in like the Phantom Opera song, like that
Bruh.
iconic song, the high E is not sung live.
Is it? Are you talking
Is
about?
that why they all sound the same?
Or-
It's the sing for me, then the
Oh, so-
yeah, that part, yeah, that part, it's not sung live.
Interesting. Jamie, how do you feel right now?
It
This is a very interesting point. Has
look,
this changed your view on the musical at all?
It has not changed my view because inherently I watched Phantom when I was really young and I liked it because I liked the songs and it was interesting and the chandelier fell, you know?
Yeah.
So I have like favorable impressions from when I'm young and it's carried on until now. So if you ask me to exactly pinpoint why I like it, it's just gonna be those things. And yeah,
Okay, but
if they don't like it because of that, it's also okay. I just do feel a bit betrayed that Christine doesn't hit the high note.
That's my point exactly, right? Like I really think Phantom of the Opera like is more about the music and the spectacle rather than the actual story. Like to me, the
Okay.
characters just weren't interesting. They were very like one tone. Like
That's another thing about traditional musicals as opposed to contemporary musicals because in contemporary characters carry through the musical in a way as opposed to traditional where it's about music. Anyway, yes, continue.
yeah, like Les Mis, all the different characters had depth, you know. Like the main guy, like he went through a change, you know. He went from a thief to like the whatever you call that, the governor, I think it was. And then like he died and everything, and I was sad, you know, and like there's an actual plot, and I actually care about the characters when they die. But in Phantom of the Opera, when Christine gets captured, I don't care. I'm like, all right, great, kill her, go do whatever you want. I really
I mean,
don't care.
I'm sure there are people who like them for the same reasons that you don't like it. So
Yeah.
Oh really? Why? Oh, they like the one tone characters.
different people
I'm-
like like
I'm assuming some people will like it.
yeah,
just-
just
I'm just saying that the only thing that after I watched the musical live and I paid so much money for it, the only thing that I got from it is the goddamn opening song and when the
Chandelier!
and the goddamn chandelier and whatever. And like when in the opening scene when it went that's the only thing I
Wait,
took
do you
away.
not like the song Masquerade? That was like one of my favorites.
Oh, I mean like yeah, and I like music of the night and like whatever. Like it was a very like nice piece or whatever. And whatever. But like yeah, other than that, it's just okay. There's not enough for me to be interested in it. It's just
I'm sorry you didn't like it.
no, and it's not I didn't like it. Don't feel offended. I'm just saying like
I'm just saying that yeah, I'm just saying that, you know, it's your preference and it's acceptable.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so
I'm
nice.
just
So
arguing.
okay.
Chenxi
Like,
is our idol. Chenxi, you're my idol.
It's just what it's different things that people want from their entertainment. I feel like James, you
Not about how much he hates it. That's why I'm so fascinated.
like James, you kind of seek that story element within the musical. So you want interesting characters, you want stories that are actually developing, actually unraveling. I guess maybe some people go to musicals for like as like a concert question mark. Like the story is like a kind of that's cool. Like something's happening. Damn.
Okay, musicals for the ambience, maybe.
Also, that's
You have to admit they have a very distinctive vibe.
Right, and so it's not like concert, but it's like a concert, that kind of thing, and so it's very different. It's a very different entertainment vibe, as she says. So she puts so eloquently.
oh yeah, like
And so,
maybe
I used the word ambience before that. I don't know why you picked vibe.
because it's funnier.
maybe
And
it is like the fact that times have changed, right? Like for example, nowadays, a lot more people are concerned about the realism of things and like how things need to be more grounded. I don't know how a lot of films like have become a lot more realistic.
James, out of curiosity, have you watched any Netflix shows recently?
I mean, I watched them on
All girl.
No, it's just he was saying how it became more realistic, and the only thing I could think of was Riverdale.
Riverdale. No, I mean,
Jamie has a vendetta against Riverdale.
I don't really watch like.
Hey, see, this is why Chelsea is my favorite.
there with a passion.
I don't really watch like
Yes.
Netflix originals. I don't have Netflix. What are you guys talking about?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I
Say
use
like maybe
websites.
audiences.
It's okay, all illegal activities here, all legal. All legal activities.
We'll just say like maybe audiences have moved towards desiring more complex stories within their entertainment. and that's
that's
causing.
I wouldn't say just like
but
more.
then but then entertainment itself, some entertainment may not move along with that,
I
and it
wouldn't.
continues to like not have as deep of a or realism or any complex stories, aka Riverdale.
I wouldn't say like just complexity. Like for example, look at the Tenet movie, right? Like a lot of people liked it a lot
I
for
liked it.
complexity, but a lot of people disliked it as well because it was so complex. I think it's more of like that realistic element that like I can believe that this person is like a real person who exists, right? Like Thanos in the Avengers. Like you can believe that a person would think that resources are limited because there have been philosophies like
Malthusian.
Malthusian around that whole principle. All right, but and like the relationship between like her and like him and like Gamora and everything, like it's very realistic and like it makes sense in the real kind of world. But I guess like that is also like to the downfall of movie interpretations of like theater, right? Because whereas theater is a lot more fantastical and like has a lot more one-tone characters, when you try to like adapt it into movies, people find something lacking, I guess, or like some weirdness that happens. Do you guys agree? Disagree? No? Yes?
I mean, some people are just like, okay, everybody likes what they like lah. Like everybody doesn't like the same thing, obviously, and like you can't really please everybody. So some people may like Phantom. I know so many people who like Phantom, and I don't understand them, but they like it. So
Wait, you dislike Phantom as well?
okay, I don't dislike it. I love the songs. It's just
Yeah.
not my vibe.
Same.
Yeah,
Agree.
it's just not my vibe.
I guess
I
times
just like-
have changed. That's why our media has changed along with it.
Have you all heard of this musical called Be More Chill?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I've heard of Be More Chill.
What are your thoughts on it? Because everyone's divided. Everybody either hates it with their entire heart and soul, or they're like, it's not a bad musical. Like, why do people hate it?
I have not watched it, but I think it's so messed up.
Why do you think it's messed up?
Synopsis.
Oh yeah, synopsis. Context.
It's about this guy that wants to be cool, and so he put some AI chip in his head, and like then everything goes to shit because the AI tries to take over the world, and then he's the
I
world.
thought it was Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
What?
No, Beetlejuice is the ghost.
Yeah, Beetlejuice.
You mixed up Beetlejuice and Be More Chill.
Beetlejuice is the
Alright,
ghost.
let's move on. Jamie, just collect yourself.
Beetlejuice breaks my
Okay,
heart.
so like what happened like then like he used the chip, right? And then like for a while like he was more or less getting like stuff he wanted, but then like after a while everything falls apart. And then like that's basically the whole plot.
Yeah, that's kind of it. Yeah.
Wait, so why is it,
what's the
what's so
what's the
controversial
controversy?
about it?
They say it's a terrible musical. I haven't like gone far enough to like actually understand why they think it's so bad.
But
I don't see what's the problem with it. I mean, except the plot is quite problematic lah. But other than that,
wait, what do you mean the plot is quite problematic?
like, dude, just freaking put in the chip, a chip into himself
I feel like this is a very
to get a freaking girl. Okay, anyway, that's another thing for another time. But like,
But
yeah,
it sounds fine though. Like
It's like it's that
better,
kind of
yeah.
like fantastical bull crap thing that someone may
it's
do.
it's the fantastical
Right. So
bull
like
crap. Yeah.
what's I
But
don't
there's
I don't
nothing wrong with it, right? Like it's
Right.
Well, I guess.
And like,
I
if
don't
he
actually
gets
know why it's
like
so bad.
retribution for it, like if he gets punished for it in the end, then I feel like that should be okay.
I don't see why it's so bad.
Okay.
I don't have anything
I'm not
against
sure
it.
though. I'm not very clear what it is about, so I guess that's why
Maybe
we can't
because like
talk
Millie O'Connor was in it, but like other than that,
much. Like it's like they're trying very hard. I don't know. That's my problem with it. That's all. I haven't watched it yet, so I cannot say anything.
what do you mean they're trying very hard?
Like it's very didactic in like its message. Like everything is taken to the extreme. Like it's literally an extreme. And I know that can be said for a lot of musicals, but this one just doesn't sit right with me. Maybe because I'm Gen Z.
But I don't know, like I feel in a story you have to take things to the extreme to be able to like it's like Chekhov's gun, you know. If you put the gun in the room, you're gonna use it. You're gonna shoot it. Like if you have a nano chip that like allows you to whatever, you're gonna like use it to its logical extreme, right? Or like my idea of extreme different. Yeah.
Like my
Wait.
story once. Wait, yes.
Do you mean that it feels like a boomer berating Gen Z kind of
Yes.
story? Yeah.
Yes.
That's why you don't like it.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Well,
I
I can kind of see the thread.
Is it more like it's like very ham-fisted criticism on
Very on the nose.
like
Is it too on the nose?
yeah.
it yet, so body acting may make it more nuanced, but I don't know. I don't like the plot.
I guess it is kind of like on
It's
the
just very millennial of us to be very insulted by criticism on ourselves.
PC culture.
Kind of like blind criticism in a way because it's not taking in the other nuances or the other
Right.
benefits.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can see why that would piss some
Yeah.
people off then.
It-
It's like
I have-
imagine your mom just saying, "Oh, you're stupid. It's all because of the stupid phones." So that kind of thing. Just
That
criticism
hit a bit
without
close, but
really
that hit
understanding.
a bit close.
I'm sorry.
my idea of the plot, like the nano chip is just like a vehicle, right? It's just like, for example, taking a shortcut to try to get what he wants. But like the actual device, like whatever he does, like doesn't really matter, right? Like with Dear Evan Hansen, it was lying. He lied to people so that he could get like what he wanted. Then like wouldn't Be More Chill be more or less the same thing, just like with a computer
He
chip?
doing it.
What?
Like he was like consciously using technology that is established super early on to be evil. Whereas in Dear Evan Hansen, like there is some like free will. He messes up. That's it. It doesn't feel as like preachy. But like okay, I keep saying like I haven't watched it yet, so I cannot pass a proper judgment lah. It's
Maybe
just that the
people we barely watched. Like except for
True.
the
We shouldn't talk about this.
Well,
Yeah,
anyway.
maybe not. Anyway, we might want to cut that out, but.
Well,
So
I
very
mean,
very weird tangent.
I-
For
So
something
how
we haven't
about
watched.
Ratatouille the musical, guys?
why?
Ratatouille?
there's a Reddit. Oh yeah, there's a
I've
Reddit.
not heard about Ratatouille the musical.
so
How?
for
Why? What?
It's a TikTok project.
I do not use
what?
I cannot.
It's a TikTok project. Like everyone on TikTok's doing. Like okay, not everyone, but like people are doing it on TikTok. They've made songs about it.
And
They've
now
like written the whole thing. They've written like everything.
it's
And now it's coming to Broadway.
Wait, what?
Why?
The
Yeah.
past 8 sentences you've said felt like a punch in the gut. What was that?
It's actually I think it's coming.
so popular. Yeah, first January.
Right,
Yeah.
that whole like thing that you just spewed, I don't
Music.
even know whether it can be considered like a sentence. Like it just sounds like the whole synopsis of like a whole theoretical release in itself.
It is. It's like they have like actual songs like all done up, like songs and choreography and everything.
No, I mean like people coming together to make a theater.
No, actually,
On
it's a whole thing on TikTok.
Yeah, you can Google.
Like people are just so bored in quarantine that like they've written a whole musical.
Crowd created TikTok phenomenon Ratatouille the musical is coming to Broadway.
I'm so confused.
Okay. I don't know. I refuse to use TikTok, so I can't say it.
Whoa, why do you refuse to use TikTok?
Miracle.
Same. I refuse.
Yeah,
Why do you
I
guys
don't want
refuse?
TikTok's great. We
I
love
really
TikTok.
gotten my already limited attention span. Okay.
Yeah. Same. I'm already addicted to too many things.
Yeah. Also, I think I can deal with enough self perception issues without needing to download an app.
Yeah, true.
I guys use Instagram, don't you?
Yeah,
Sorry?
one is enough.
Yeah, one is enough.
I had another question about the price. Like
Oh yes.
damn expensive. Don't you
It's
think?
so expensive.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. No, if we talk about this, we're gonna have to talk about illegal things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we can
Disney
like,
Plus?
It's okay. It's
Disney
okay.
Plus.
Disney
Yeah.
Plus. Using Disney Plus to watch.
That is kind of insanely expensive, which doesn't really make sense. it should be cheaper, really.
It
Okay,
pushes
yeah.
the
other
prices-
people into
Yeah.
illegal activities, not us, other people. And that's bad. It's informal sector market economy.
But at the same time, it's
A good video on it, though.
necessary so that theatre doesn't become this like commodity that's only for the elite upper class, you know, and it becomes something that is able to reach everybody that has a device.
The whole like bootleg debate. There's
Yeah.
been like a bootleg debate going on for years and years and years.
I mean, of course, we all know which side of the bootleg debate we are on, but then to be fair, like the like as we mentioned earlier, like the magic of musicals comes from it being, you know, unique, like each performance being unique, and people will supposedly stop seeing the show after gets released, and like in terms of like pro shots, okay, I don't know why, but like some people blame the pro shot of Legally Blonde for the musical closing, and yeah, financial issues. But I also feel that, like, you know, how else am I gonna watch musicals?
Yeah,
Just
I
gonna
guess
Actually, like for people like overseas, like Asia, and like Asia and like all the other places that are not like in Europe, like London or the US. Like the only time we get to watch actual like live performances is when like they have an international tour. And how often do they have international tours? Like Hamilton has been on Broadway for like I don't know how many years, and they still haven't even gone out of like Europe.
true, but like,
and like some
oh,
shows
sorry.
close and it just breaks my heart. Like We Are the Tigers, like I like it so much, but it's closed.
Mm.
And like some musicals don't even get a tour. Like they're just stuck on Broadway, like Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Some never even go on Broadway.
Yeah, some people are like some of them are just like off Broadway even, or like they get like stuck at like was it previews? Oh no, like they're off Broadway like
Workshopping.
yeah workshop. Yes, sorry, I'm a bit out of Broadway already.
True, but like it does like create that kind of dynamic, right? Where like, forgive me for this comparison, but it's kind of like buying Belle Delphine's bath water, right, for like $30. Like it's clearly very overpriced and like it doesn't really make any sense. But it really adds to like that whole experience, you know. Ivano, you okay, man?
Sorry, the bathwater experience.
Yeah, I mean,
Buying
Yeah,
like,
it's
okay, like,
unique.
Wait,
It's
she's
unique.
a British gamer, right?
yeah,
Yeah, the
she's a
gamer
British
that sold
gamer
her bath
girl.
water.
Ah,
Okay,
I
to
wish.
be fair,
experience.
I was very convinced. Like, if I could use money on the internet, I would 100% buy that water just to like have that experience.
What
Like for me
experience?
personally. No, the
Bath
experience
The
of
experience.
buying bath water for $30. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, if I were a billionaire, yes.
No.
But
Think about it. Okay, like for example, when you go watch theaters, right, and like it's very expensive, and so like it adds to the experience, and it becomes very memorable, right? And so like it becomes this whole big like thing, and it's like, oh, okay, that's cool, you know, and like it adds to the whole theoretical experience. The same way, like if I had the ability to, I would spend that $30 to buy that bath water and be like, wow, I bought bath water for like $30, you know?
I don't agree with you. Like I mean, of course, like I'm broke, like
Future.
you know, like, honestly, it's so nice that like the West End puts on West End Live. Like it's like I got to go for West End Live, and like it was just like, I think it's like
You
so
went
good.
for West End Live?
No, okay, I wanted to go to like Trafalgar Square, but like West End Live was happening there, so I just went in and I watched Magic Mike.
You watched
No.
It was really
Of all shows, you watched Magic Mike.
because it was what was showing at that point of time. Like I think it's such like a nice experience to make Broadway, not Broadway, to make musicals available to everyone. Like
Yeah.
I think that like it's not just about the money,
And
it's
that's
also
why
about the experience of seeing something live. Like I don't think like
like Hamilton
you don't
Hamilton
think
is so damn expensive. Like
Hamilton does Ham for Ham too. Like Hamilton
What?
does Ham for Ham because the tickets are so expensive.
What are you saying?
Like they just
Hamilton does
wanna
hand for
like
hand.
they do like this outdoor perform like outside their stage door. Like I think every weekend or something like that. Every Sunday or something. they like get like the actors of the show and like they do like a free like performance ish outside there.
But don't you
Because
guys,
like the tickets are just so expensive. They're just
So many people cannot watch it, and people.
yeah. And it's
don't
so
you guys
like in demand that you even if you have the money you cannot watch it.
but don't
So
you
like
guys
they
think
just
like
do like hand for hand like
But the thing is that
okay, it's
people
not the full show. It's just like them doing cute
reenacting the
performances.
scenes?
And also because the way
Nah.
bootlegs work also is because theater is always live. If once you watch a bootleg, that doesn't necessarily mean that you won't watch the musical if it comes to your country, you know. If you
But-
have the finances to be able to watch that theater performance in the first place, watching the bootleg isn't going to prevent you from watching the theater performance. But if you don't have the finances, not having the bootleg is going to stop you, you know, and you're not going to watch it when it comes around anyway. So
But don't you guys think like the price of it is kind of like makes sense? Like you have to imagine how much time is like needed to create firstly the entire set, and then you need to create all of the dresses and everything. Even for every single side character, everyone on stage has to have some kind of thing. And then you got to have like people coming in and out of the stage, pushing everything all around the place. And not even like mentioning the amount of like training that they would need to go through on one hand, and like the years of experiences beforehand to like create this whole production, right? And like to train the actors as well. Or like all the set pieces. Every single minor set piece is like an expenditure, you know. Like I think I saw like this there's this YouTuber who like did I like made a musical or something, you know. And it was like this very short performance. Wait, do you guys know about this? There was this like
Is it the Michelle Carey one?
yeah, something like that. It's like she tried to make this musical in, like,
Yeah.
yeah. And the budget like was surprisingly high for like such a short thing. I think it was like 10,000 just for like a 10-minute thing. Yeah, right. So
Yeah,
like
it's really not cheap to put up a thing.
yeah, that's the problem. The thing is, it should be more accessible, but there's no way to make it accessible because of how pricey it is.
that's true. Well, that sucks.
That
Well,
sucks.
conclusion.
Nothing much you can do.
Well, conclusion Disney Plus.
Disney
Yeah,
Plus.
everyone should just make full shots and make them available to the public. I mean, I know there are copyright issues, and that's sad, but that's what should happen. Like that is the only way I can see around everything.
Yeah, it should be how it is, but people are
But wouldn't
Bye.
having
minded.
but wouldn't having like the pro shots take away from like the whole theoretical experience that you guys got? No? Why not?
Because it's live.
Like watching it live is a whole different experience from watching it on a screen.
It's like a
Just
concert.
like-
Why do
it's
people
like
go for a
vibe,
concert
you know?
and not listen to a
That's all
recording?
I just want to like see Kate Rockwell as Karen.
All of us
Well, that's
talking
never
about
gonna
like
so
happen
cute.
anymore.
oh.
So cute.
Well, that's never gonna happen anymore.
Look at her sad face. You can't do that to her. It's very-
You
very-
get what's her face now.
I also want to watch like Heather's live, like so bad.
To watch Heather.
Okay, but Heathers, you have to watch the UK version.
I don't like the UK version. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but like I prefer the
Really,
Prefer the American version.
I prefer off Broadway.
really. I like the UK version.
What
What?
makes it different? What makes the two versions
They're
different?
like they switched it up. I don't know how to
Yeah.
explain it.
As a plebeian.
They changed it. They changed it.
UK
Oh.
version, like I like the new songs. Okay, so they added songs and they kind of changed the presentation of the characters to make it more similar to the movie. And I love the movie, but the reason why I like the Heather's musical is because it's so different from the movie.
So you
I
want
don't
like
know.
a unique experience, like aside from like the one that the movie already like offers.
Like the Heather's musical was like kind of like happy. Like I don't know. It's not happy, but like it's like
It's more positive. It's kind of
Isn't-
fun, spirited.
Isn't
Yeah, yeah.
Heather's like a story about like this girl? who,
Suicide
like,
and murder.
yeah. Isn't it about like the bomb and everything? And like he
No
tried
one
to kill everyone.
in
It's
Heather's.
about yeah.
Happy.
But the way they cast it off in the musical is that generally it's a fun time in a musical.
It's a fun time.
It's like
Planning
when-
bombs. Fun.
When I watched the West End version,
I
like I'm really enamored by like character Carrie Hope Fletcher and Jane Moscato, but like I just feel like, you know, JD is evil again, and I don't want JD to be evil.
He is evil.
But he
is evil.
that's
That's
the
the
point.
point.
That's the point. He's supposed to be evil.
That's it. When played by like Ryan McCartan, I was just like,
Oh.
but I like
What?
I like both versions.
Wait, give some context to like the character, because like Ivano is clueless right now.
Oh, it's fine. It's,
They actually should
Yeah,
know.
I haven't watched.
So
Heather's
like
episode.
Riverdale
I just know
Heather's
about it.
episode?
No!
We will not talk about that. We'll just ruin Heather's. It's like the
It was
worst.
just bad. The singing wasn't even that good.
It hurt my feelings. Like it actually hurt
Yes.
me. I felt physical pain. Okay, I never watched the whole thing. I just watched like 3 minutes, like
She made me watch. Vic made me watch the whole thing.
Wait, what's Riverdale by the way?
like this trashy teenage
It's like
show.
based on the Archie comics, but it's really not based on the Archie comics.
Archie comics,
Anyway.
but sex it up and add in murder
Oh.
and add in more sex and
The-
more sex.
But the Riverdale musical, like the Heather's musical, is that like they are like you know Veronica is named after Veronica, but like
Yeah,
yeah, it's
they
like
are
so
alike.
The worst part is that they can actually sing and they auto-tuned it until they,
Yes,
never
the singing
mind.
became bad.
Yeah.
like it's like you can hear whenever they auto tune like Vanessa's voice, and now just so and
say,
like
like-
Like
why did
Madeline's voice is so auto-tuned.
We say like
And I-
there's another example of like theatrical trying to like come into the big screen and like failing miserably.
what
Theatre did not try.
They don't try. They didn't bother trying.
Riverdale like dragged them out and just like
Yanked them and like yeeted
kicked them
them.
out.
Wait, like okay, so like from what I'm understanding, like part of it is because of like the music and like it's just like shoddy versions.
Okay,
compared
look,
to-
I can send you like a hour
Harry-
long video. A YouTuber I watched it on the Riverdale
I
musical
really-
episode. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna go ahead and send it to the
oh,
Discord.
okay.
oh, like it's like I like the Carrie musical, but like I find that Riverdale did not mess it up as bad as they mess Heather's up.
Yeah. Carrie wasn't too bad.
Because
Yeah.
there was an actual plot point. It had actual purpose in the thing.
Yeah,
Kind of.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then like, it's like he just goes on and it's like, and you know, like Kevin just goes against the entire, like when Kevin tries to talk about Heather's to like who the mayor, Mrs. Lodge, I don't know who is who now, but like yeah, when he tries to talk about the musical, he goes against the entire point of the musical or the movie or both.
Which is
I don't know. It's basically that everything is pointless.
nihilism.
Yeah, and like he's like so passionately saying, "Oh, you know, you adults don't treat us right." But that's the point. Like that is like what Heather's
Yeah,
tries.
Heather's is just talking about how adults glamorize youth and then they romanticize the youth experience without paying actual attention to the youth as well.
Yes, thank
For
you.
the problems they
Context.
face.
We needed this first.
No, there's also the aspect of like how Heather's like how Veronica's mother says that like it's not we treat you like that because that is how we
Right.
treat everyone, you know, and that kind of like is not what is happening in Riverdale. Riverdale is
Oh,
just a mess.
Wait, so like
Riverdale is like Riverdale. They are never at fault. The main characters are never at fault for anything they
Yeah.
do, no matter how bad it is.
so there are
It's
no
always
consequences.
Their parents, their circumstances, anything. It's not their fault.
I just don't know.
Anyway, Riverdale is a topic for another episode.
They didn't even, you know, they didn't even use like the TikTok part of like Heather's, which kind of like pissed me off because like if you want to like, you know,
Yeah,
you might
they didn't use the TikTok part.
yourself the whole way. Like it's like if you want to embarrass yourself, just go
Just
for it.
go the whole way.
Don't have
Anyway,
Right, after
you know,
that,
okay, so like the TikTok part is the Martha dump truck in the flesh that
Here
part.
comes the cooling squad. She said, "Shut up,
Okay.
Heather. Sorry, Heather.
Shut
up, Heather. Sorry, Heather.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they didn't use it.
no,
It's
I
just
don't.
like
I feel like I don't know. I feel like yeah, I also feel that like West End Heathers like makes it too mainstream, which like takes away from like the edgy vibe of Heathers.
yeah, I get what you mean.
Ivana.
Yeah,
So
like-
James, how's your day?
Yeah, pretty good. Can see from my blue background, clear skies.
A color show.
The next time we film a podcast episode, you should paste clouds. You know?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
And then depending on your,
Clouds.
depending on your mood. If you're upset, then I put like thunder clouds.
Grey
and you put, like,
clouds.
lightning
Yeah.
strikes.
Oh,
Then if you're happy, you
no.
put like a rainbow.
That's too much effort, man.
It's just blue tack and paper. How much effort is that?
So much.
Blue tack and paper too much.
Wait, but how, like, do you guys just like naturally, like, you're like, oh, you know, I want to watch theater today, and like that's how you managed to get into theater, or was it like somebody was like,
Just
what was it?
YouTube recommendations. Like it's like they were
Yeah,
just
YouTube.
and I was like,
For
okay.
me, it was Vic.
girls.
It was
Yeah,
what?
it was me. I
Wait.
watched it because okay, so the way I transitioned into it, right? So if you know who Jeremy Jordan is, he is king of musical theater,
Here we go.
music legend. So like he was on Supergirl, right? And then like he left to go do, I don't know, he left the show to go do something. So I was like, oh cool, maybe I should watch the thing he's in. Yeah, I watched it and I fell into a hole.
Ah.
As you do.
As you do.
And what does she do
As you
in that
do,
hole?
as you do, as you do.
What does
What
she
does
do
she
in
do
the
in that
hole?
hole?
Lasso you into it.
Like it's like
Yeah,
how does he like run so much and still like belt so well?
yeah. Have you seen Jeremy Jordan in Newsies?
Simp hours.
No.
The guy's insane.
He like, it's like, oh, like it's like he sings Let It Go better than Idina Menzel.
What? Wait,
Dude.
what?
Jeremy Jordan sings She Used to Be Mine better than any other Jenna I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's freaking crazy. I love it.
His range is
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Very
What do you
tall.
guys
Right
say?
here.
Off screen. His range is off screen.
Can we
Okay.
like send this podcast to him? I want him to know that I appreciate him. And
yeah. Jeremy Jordan, if
Sure.
you're listening to this, we love you.
You wouldn't be listening to it. You
You have
won't.
to listen to like 40
You know,
minutes.
just gotta shoot your shot, you know?
yeah,
You
don't.
have to listen to 2 hours of content and then he reaches his mention.
Bro.
Yeah, can I?
This is complex going too high.
This
Yeah.
reminiscent. Oh wait, what do you want to say?
I don't know. DM me on Instagram at what's the Instagram account again? Chon.
Great, nice plug.
Sure, man.
Link in description. You know, this is so
Yeah.
reminiscent of like my sister talking about BTS.
Follow
Oh.
us.
Her room is like plastered with like posters of like their stuff. You know, like yeah. Oh my god, I get scared.
I
every
was
time.
gonna go into Ashley's room the other day, then she said, Jamie, I think you're gonna judge me.
Oh, I saw it.
I didn't
Wait.
judge her, for the record.
What is in your room?
A kraken. You know, like a normal people.
A kraken?
We will move on.
Normal
What?
people.
I want to cover my wall with posters too, like for hazards. Like one
I
day.
just wait.
I bought
realized
like
my
postcards of Redbubble. They're on my
I think you can
wall.
just stop recording, James. I think we're done.
Yeah, I think
I think
we're
we're
Then
done.
we just talk.
wait. No, we need to do a conclusion.
Oh shit.
Oh,
In conclusion,
in conclusion,
Musicals.
Musicals.
Disney Plus.
Honestly, right?
In
Just like
conclusion, nothing illegal is happening here.
nothing
Yeah.
illegal is happening, of course.
Nothing
Going
illegal is
illegal is always a bad idea. Some might say so. Never mind. But yes, musicals, they are pretty interesting. They're very
Passionate
interesting.
people are very passionate.
We love
It's
musicals.
a very interesting medium to
Let him speak.
Sorry.
it's a very interesting
Very
medium
passionate,
with which we can tell a lot of stories, tell a lot of ideas, a lot of entertainment value is found. Maybe you like a musical for its stories, its characters, its music. It's all well and good because it's all part of the musical, and anyone can be a part of this big family of just having fun and
Yeah.
shitting on bad ones. Anyway,
Certainly.
so honestly,
Musicals.
if you don't think like if you think that you're not gonna get into it, like there's no reason why you shouldn't try. And I think if you don't want to try, that's a terrible idea.
Whoa!
I'm-
Whoa! Whoa!
Okay, go home, bye.
Oh! Wow!
No, if you don't like it, just it's fine. I understand.
Try it.
I understand.
He's
If
the
you
good,
don't
the
want to
good
try
cop
it.
here.
It's a
No,
terrible
I
idea.
We are alienating our audience, guys.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
What happened?
You can sit with us.
Jeez, where did your sweater go?
You can sit with us. If you don't like musicals, you can't sit with us.
I'm fine. I do this often.
No, but normally it's like,
Yeah.
you hear the person talking. So funny. Next time just scream the
Oh, alright.
That's why I do
Wow.
the gyms.
What is happening?
Okay, what I wanted to say was Vic, you remember? Okay, no, never mind. Also, very good bullshitting. I approve 100%.
What do you mean? It was from the bottom of my chest to the top here.
From below your Gucci logo.
No,
To
it's-
above your Gucci logo.
Really
it's
go.
very, very small space, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that was a pretty interesting talk, guys.
This is the equivalent of my neighbors complaining.
Yeah, we need more than.
I
We
think
need
we're
a lot
gonna need
more than that. Yeah, we're gonna need more than two.
Oh,
I
I
need a whole episode on Heathers itself, another episode on Hamilton.
I can talk about cross media.
Episode 7.5, Heathers.
Episode 7.75.
7.1, 7.2,
Hamilton.
7.3, 7.4, 7.5.
7.5, 7.6, 7.7.
Have it.
Condense it, please.
Completely off, like don't put this in the video, but did you know that the Phantom slept together with Christine, and the second musical they had a kid, but like she's married to the other guy, the guy that used to
Oh.
so it's
Love
like
never
some,
dies, right? Love never
Yeah, I was
dies,
like,
right?
Oh,
yes, I didn't need to know that. Because
Does-
there's a scene early in the musical where she's with the Phantom, and apparently they slept together then. So
Thanks for cursing us with this knowledge.
Yeah, thanks.
always
Thanks,
we've been
Jimmy.